Good evening and welcome. I'm Dr. Stephanie Hiltz, MSN-MAGELIN Program Director here at the Mount, and I'm excited to welcome you all to our first virtual nursing convocation ceremony, where we will honor the accomplishments of our graduating MSN-MAGELIN students and present our Caring Moment pin to our graduates. I would like to begin this evening by thanking everyone who made this evening possible, to those who you will see on screen and those behind the scenes, so thank you to everybody. The nursing faculty would like to personally thank those in the audience for your support and guidance to the graduates that you have provided throughout their time in the program. We understand and appreciate the sacrifices that you have made to help your loved ones achieve their goals. So again, thank you. And speaking of nursing faculty, I would like to give a shout out to our amazing nursing faculty and staff in the Department of Nursing. It's because of your commitment to student success that we are able to boast a 2019 NCLEX pass rate of over 90% and a 2020 NCLEX pass rate of over 93%, and that our MSN-MAGELIN graduates are able to leave our program with the competencies and skills necessary to provide outstanding patient care and improve patient outcomes. To begin the ceremony this evening, I would like to introduce Sister Karen Elliott, Director of Mission Integration here at the Mount, to offer the invocation.
Good evening. I'm delighted to be with you in this virtual pinning ceremony for our Magellan students. I want you to reflect for a moment on all the study that you have put in, all the time, all the care, all of the hard work, and let's face it, what you have done is very hard work. But then nursing is not just a job, it's a vocation. Vocation from the Latin vocare is a call, a summons, an invitation. And you indeed have been given that divine invitation to service, to care for others, to embrace the station in life of being a nurse, to which you are called by God. In this pinning ceremony, you are being called to embrace the profession that you will enjoy and work at, because it's a time-honored vocation, the profession of nursing. And in memory of all the sacred ancestors, your family members, the people who have brought you to this moment, and the sacred ancestors of nursing, Florence Nightingale, Sister Anthony O'Connell, who served in 17 battles of the Civil War. Sister Anthony O'Connell cared for Confederate and Union soldiers. She cared for the wounded and the dying that she agreed with and that she vehemently disagreed with. And that is what you are called to care for those patients who are most vulnerable, who are afraid, and their family members as well. In fact, you're called to live Matthew 25, where Jesus tells us, "Come, you that are blessed by my Father, and inherit the kingdom prepared for you. For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you welcomed me. I was naked, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you cared for me. I was in prison, and you visited me." Then the righteous will answer him and say, "Lord, when did we see you hungry and give you something to eat? And when did we see you thirsty and give you something to drink? Or a stranger and welcomed you? Or naked and clothed you? Or in prison and visited you? When did we see you sick and care for you?" And the Lord will answer, saying, "Truly I tell you, as long as you did this for one of the least of my brothers and sisters, you did it for me." In a world tragically divided by politics, race, religion, economics, and all of the other demographical categories that divide us and quantify us and put us into a box, the profession of nursing calls us to see our humanity and our common humanity. It inspires us to realize that all human beings are created in the image and likeness of a good and gracious God. And it's in this spirit that I remind you of your vocation, which is a sacred calling, and I impress upon you the words of St. Elizabeth Ann Seton, who founded the Sisters of Charity, who founded Mount St. Joseph University. She said, "Dare to risk a caring response." And I urge you, our dear Mount Nursing graduates, in a world that needs you, dare to risk a caring response. Amen.
Thank you, Sister Karen. And now I would like to invite Dr. Darla Vale to introduce our keynote speaker for the evening.
So I am thrilled to introduce our speaker for today, Dr. Jennifer Jackson. Dr. Jackson holds a bachelor's degree in nursing from the University of Evansville, Indiana, a master's degree in nursing from Xavier University, and a doctorate in nursing practice from the University of Cincinnati. Dr. Jackson is currently the Chief Nursing Officer at Mercy Health at the West Hospital. In her role, Dr. Jackson is responsible for the leadership, direction, and operations of patient care services, which employs more than 550 nurses. She's also a member of the CNO Leadership Council for the Mid-American Group of Bon Secours Mercy Health. Dr. Jackson joined Mercy Health in 2019 and has already had a significant impact. One of her many accomplishments is that she led the hospital to obtain Magnet recognition this past September. As many of you know, Magnet designation recognizes nursing excellence in hospitals, which results in better patient outcomes. Only about 8% of hospitals in the United States have earned Magnet status. This is a very selective and highly coveted designation, which is difficult to obtain. It is quite an accomplishment for Mercy West, and to earn it during a pandemic is even more impressive. Before joining Mercy West, Dr. Jackson served as interim CNO at Clinton Memorial Hospital. Prior to that, she had a long tenure at UC Medical Center, where she started as a staff nurse. She was quickly promoted through the ranks and eventually became the Chief Nursing Officer and Vice President of Patient Care Services. She was in this role for 8 years, where she oversaw more than 1,600 nurses. She also served as the Interim Chief Administrative Officer and System Vice President for Training, Education, and Development at the UC Medical Center. Dr. Jackson is an enthusiastic, decisive leader who shows initiative and integrity. She is inspiring to everyone she works with and committed to elevating the profession of nursing. Dr. Jackson has received numerous honors, but one I thought was impressive is that she was honored by the Business Courier in 2012 and named one of the 40 under 40 class of outstanding professionals. We are honored to have Dr. Jennifer Jackson for our Convocation speaker.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jen Jackson. It is my privilege and honor to spend a few minutes with you today during your final steps to graduation. First and foremost, I want to congratulate all the MSN-MAGELIN students, and I want to thank you for making a choice to go into nursing when right now it may not be the profession that everyone would choose. So congratulations. And I'm going to take a couple minutes just to leave you with maybe a few words of wisdom to carry forward in your career. As all of you know, we went from thinking that we were going to have a outbreak to seeing COVID evolve into what we now know is a pandemic. And so nursing has changed a lot in the last year, which is why we're doing this virtual today. So with that, let me give you a few words of wisdom to think about as you take those next steps into your career. Today, you're going to get the opportunity to participate in your penning ceremony. And, when I went through my nursing courses, we got to do penning and striping and capping and all those really moments that tell us that we were moving closer and closer to graduation. And so when I think about nursing, I think of some of those proud moments. And one of those is around the nursing cap and really that ceremony and that journey. And it's very similar to what you're doing today. And as you take those next steps, when you get your degree and find that first job and start to practice. And so the symbol of what the nursing cap really means to all of us is that it's an acknowledgement. It's an acknowledgement of knowledge. And it's an acknowledgement of the true service that nurses provide every single day when we practice. One speaker at a 1938 graduation said that the nurse's cap means that means to you what a soldier's uniform means to them. So when you put your pen on, when you put your cap on, when you put that uniform on every single day, it's one of the noblest professions that we can go out and do. We, just like soldiers, protect our patients. We, just like soldiers, go out and defend what's best and right for them. So I'm going to leave you with 3 quotes that I hope you carry forward in your practice. First and foremost, you can do nothing in nursing without talking about Florence Nightingale. Florence really helped to define how we practice nursing today. So one quote that I share a lot with new grads and even with experienced nurses is this. Florence said, "The most important practical lesson that can be given to a nurse is to teach them what to observe." And I say that because as nurses, our biggest asset is our observation. We have to make sure that we learn those tactical skills, but knowing our patients, recognizing what they need, and then driving forward to meet those needs is really so important. Florence told us that we need air, sunlight, and clean environments. But what she really meant was observation is the key to learning and continuing to provide that support. Second, Theodore Roosevelt said, "No one cares how much you know until they know how much you care." And many people have done versions of that quote throughout history. But what I will tell you is that is so true. Families want to know first and foremost that you care about the patient that's in the bed. So I tell every nurse, never lose sight of the heart of nursing. The reason why we chose this profession. We chose it because of that exact thing, because we care. Our knowledge is what makes us a nurse, but our heart is what brings us to work every day. And finally, Eleanor Roosevelt said, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent." You're going to have many moments throughout your career. And what I think is most compelling are those moments that no one ever says anything to you, but that you walk away and you recognize in your heart that you chose to do the right thing that day. We're going to have Olympic moments within our career. Don't fear those, embrace them. And sometimes we're going to have quiet moments. Use those to learn from. Never get lost in the forest because there's always a tree that needs our help. So as you step out into your career, I want to congratulate you again and thank you for making the choice to go into nursing and to walk this journey and have many, many years of success as you carry forward.
And now I would invite Dr. Nancy Heinzman, Assistant Dean of Nursing here at Mount St. Joseph University, to talk about the history of the Caring Moment pin.
Thank you, Dr. Hiltz. Graduates, families, and friends, I'd like to take a few minutes to describe the meaning of the pin that the students will receive today. In 1994, Dr. Jean Watson, a well-known nursing theorist whose work focused on caring as the essence of the nursing profession, was in town. Several Mount nursing students attended the conference and were so inspired by Dr. Watson's talk on the concept of caring that they convinced the department to adopt this theme for a pin to be presented to graduating Mount Nursing students as a reminder to create a caring moment with every patient they encounter. Graduates, today you will receive a pin with the words, "The Caring Moment" written on it, wrapped around a blue stone. This symbolizes that caring is at the core of both the mission of the university and the philosophy of the Department of Nursing. Mount nurses create caring moments when they treat others with respect, dignity, and compassion. The faculty of our nursing program passionately believe that a caring, compassionate attitude is at the heart of nursing's unique mission, and we feel confident that the caring attitude you display will make you stand out and be recognized as a Mount nurse. We hope the Caring Moment pin you receive today will be a constant reminder of the expectations that come with being a graduate of the Mount.
Thank you, Dr. Heinzman. Now for the presentation of the Caring Moment pins. Emily Ackerman, Rebecca Adams, Manuel Alcazar, Lindsay Fisher, Mark Jacob, Sabrina Casey, Mark Hiddleston, Hannah Lang, Rachel Leeper, Diashe Rankin, Sarah Rojas, Derek Tripp, Elise Wade, Amani Williams, all of the students here tonight have worked exceptionally hard and have been pushed outside of their comfort zones on numerous occasions. However, they've risen to the occasion repeatedly. Family and friends, you have learned to fend for yourselves in support of these busy nursing students. Students, all of your hard work has paid off. You all deserve accolades. However, only one student has been awarded the Student Departmental Award. Nominated by a peer or faculty member and selected by faculty vote, the student I am going to recognize tonight has excelled academically and stood out for outstanding achievement in nursing. An internationally acclaimed nurse educator and ethicist, Brother Ignatius Perkins was the chair of nursing at the College of Mount St. Joseph in the 1990s. Mount St. Joseph University is honored to recognize Brother Perkins' contribution to academic excellence in this award for an outstanding MSN-MAGELIN student. I am pleased to recognize Mark Kittleson with the Brother Ignatius Perkins Award.
First off, I just wanted to thank the MSJ faculty for considering me for the Brother Ignatius Perkins Award. This is an incredible honor. I also wanted to thank faculty for all the guidance and compassion that you guys have shown us throughout the program. I also wanted to take the opportunity to thank my classmates for helping me get through the past 4 semesters together. We've come a long ways from that first day of class when we were overwhelmed by the hundreds of pages of readings that we already thought we had due. I witnessed not only growth in myself, but among all my peers throughout the program. Because of the circumstances of COVID, we've had to demonstrate patience, but also resiliency, having to go to remote learning, having to do reduced in-person clinical hours, and having less time to spend together as a group. One thing that stood out to me was the ability to come together during difficult times, whether it was for a difficult test or group presentation, or when it was one of our peers had something come up in their personal life unforeseen. Although we may not have been able to have a blowout graduation party like we all wanted, I'm hoping we can spend our graduation together in some form, whether it be by Zoom or another appropriate way. Finally, I'd like to say that my peers are some of the most intelligent and capable people that I've ever had the privilege of associating with, and I have zero doubt that everyone in this program will be successful nurse leaders. Thank you.
Thank you again to everyone who made this evening possible. I would like to close tonight with words of wisdom from a friend who recently, at 38 years old, lost her 7-year battle with metastatic breast cancer. Her name was Jessica Wiedemann. At the end of August, she was reflecting on the craziness of COVID and quarantine and the lessons that she had learned from it. And she said, quote, "My takeaway from all of this is no matter how you're going through all this crazy COVID stuff, make the best of it. None of us know how much time we have left, really. If you're still mostly at home, cherish that time together and be grateful for your health and your blessings. If you're comfortable being out, go enjoy it safely. My biggest lesson is being grateful for right now. Don't get too caught up in the future. Make plans, but know they can be changed. Live in the moment and be grateful for all your blessings. This craziness shall too pass." She followed this with a quote from Maya Angelou. "If you must look back, do so forgivingly. If you must look forward, do so prayerfully. However, the wisest thing you can do is be present in the present, gratefully." I think this is an excellent reminder for all of us as we enter another season of uncertainty on many levels, but especially for our graduates as you enter the vocation of nursing. Be present in every caring moment that you are blessed with the opportunity to create. Congratulations on your accomplishments. We wish you only the best as you move through your professional careers and your personal lives. Thank you and have a wonderful evening. Good night.